All right. This next breakup story, you guys are gonna love it. All right. I once had to break up with a lady 10 minutes before my new girl was coming over to ask me if I'd been dating someone else when we started hanging out. Luckily, she was moving to Boston like that day, and she came over to like make sure that we were going to do long distance or whatever. And then I was like, no, I'm not going to do the long distance. And the clock was ticking because the girl I had started seeing a couple of weeks before was coming over to like have a talk with me because she had heard I was seeing the Boston girl. The new girl had found out about the Boston girl because she saw I had paid her on my Venmo because I had helped her move into Boston the weekend prior to all of this happening. And I had told the new girl I was visiting my cousin in Boston. So the Boston girl is crying in my arms, and I'm like looking up and down my street, waiting for the new girl to pull up and see this and freak out. So I was like kind of rushing the Boston girl out of the house, etc. It was literally like 20 seconds apart. And as soon as the Boston girl drove away crying, the new one pulled up.
The new one.
Timing.
That's every woman's nightmare. Like they're like, they're
Like, who do you
like
feel
you.
sorrier for?
I don't know.
If the girl was rushed, I feel sorry for her. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I feel sorry for everybody in that situation. It's like it's a lot of stress going on.
Exactly. What about the new girl that's coming into this trap that she has who's referred to as the new one, which is not a good sign. So it's like I feel bad for both of those people. And when
I
when you
know.
first started telling the story, I wasn't clear. I was like, are these lesbians or because it's like
No, it's a
this is a
dude. It
very
does sound
quick
like a lesbian.
timetable.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a quick turnaround there.
I feel like I think women are always like assuming that a guy has like
A new
another
one.
person. Yeah, cuz I feel like I'm sure women do it too, but I feel like men sometimes don't like to, even if they're not happy, and you guys, let me tell you guys what men like. So I feel like I've noticed with my guy friends too, just that men tend to like, even if they're not happy in the relationship, they'll just stay in it, and then something better comes along and they're like, "Oh shit, I got to get out of this fucking relationship." Like I've
Hmm.
been meaning to do that for like 6 months.
That's
And you're like,
true. You're
"Oh,
absolutely right about
okay."
that. You're absolutely right about that. Men check out long before they leave, and it's very rare that I've seen a man end a relationship without at least a prospect on the horizon. So you're right.
Yeah.
I think it goes both ways though, too, though. Like, I think women do that as well. Like, I dated somebody who always had somebody like lined up,
Yeah.
and like they knew that like I was lined up. I didn't know I was when she broke up with her boyfriend, I didn't know that I was the lined up one. Like,
You were the new girl?
I was the new girl. And like I didn't realize this because like she knew a coworker of mine and a coworker was like, "Hey, I want to set you up with this person." I'm like, "Oh, awesome." So we started texting and I'm like, "Oh, we're getting along really well." She came to a show of mine, which is always like one of my tricks because I'm funny on stage and that seems that's the best of me they're gonna get is that moment. And then
I'm literally like, Don't watch
oh,
this."
no,
Don't work for me.
that's my
No,
trick. That's
men
like
aren't
my
like
free
that.
trick.
That's a
And
man.
then like
Men love to have women come to their shows,
yeah, I'm like on stage. I
or
love it.
men.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
and then like she was telling me about her ex-boyfriend that she just broke up with. And as the timelines, like as she's saying things, like as she mentioned certain things like her birthday and things like that, I'm
Mm.
like, so wait, this ended like when did this end?
Like
And
yesterday?
literally she broke up with him on a Friday and we went on the first date that Monday.
Oh my god.
So she's talking to me. She started talking to me the day she broke up with her boyfriend.
Oof.
And then when we broke up, it was like a little bit like almost a month later, she was with this other guy. And I was like, "Okay." And then I've just seen her pattern, like, on social media, like, this guy into that guy, and that guy to this guy. And it's like,
Yeah.
and the longest she was single was the pandemic 'cause it was forced.